All right. Let's get to it, baby. So the first one is the M1911 pistol, right? That's for sure. Would not recommend, right? Magnum, that's trolling. If you're using the Magnum, you're trolling. That's facts. Deagle is for sure trolling. No shot you're using that. All right, so this is the pump shotty, right? This is would not recommend. And that is a fact. What? The AK is viable. This is the Modern Warfare AK. That's a viable weapon, dude. I dropped a lot of kills with that gun. Watch the video. I popped off with that gun, bro. AMAX, that's meta. AN94 for sure would not recommend. No shot. It's not even in the conversation of weapons. AS Val is actually good. I think I'm gonna put that top tier. That's a good gun. That's a really good gun. AUG? Modern Warfare AUG? Would not recommend, dude. It's just too slow. It's just not good. AX50? Top tier? AX50 viable. Bison? Viable. Viable. Not top tier, but viable. Heavy viable. Nerfed Bruin. Nerfed Bruin is viable. Not top tier, though. Dragunov? Trolling. No shot you're using the Dragunov. Trolling. EBR. EBR is viable. EBR would not recommend at this point in my Warzone career. FAL is viable, and that's just a fact. 100%. The FAMAS would not recommend. Would you recommend the FAMAS to a new player? No. No shot in hell. The Fennec, viable. The Finn LMG, chat. I'm gonna go viable. It's not that bad. All right, Finn LMG is viable in my opinion. Grau, top tier. The Grau is a top tier weapon. What is this one? HDR? Top tier for the HDR? Okay. Holger? I mean, I just wouldn't recommend it. Holger would not recommend. ISO? I think the ISO is a viable sub. I do enjoy using the ISO. This is the Jack 12. Viable, right? Or is it top tier, though? It kind of shreds, bro. All right, I'm going top tier. Joker, troll. Swords, troll. Car 98 meta. I don't give up. That's meta. Kilo right now is probably viable, right, chat? Viable. The M13 is viable. M19 is viable, right? Solid, viable fucking pistol. M4A1? That's top tier. That will always be a top tier weapon in my hands, in my eyes. I love the M4. This is would not recommend. I can already tell by the shape of it. Would not recommend. Would not recommend. Carbine. This is troll, right? Troll, 100% troll. 100% troll. Would not recommend. MP5 from Modern Warfare. Man, I miss this gun. I'm gonna put this top tier. MP7 though, this is another discussion. How do we feel about the MP7? Because I'm thinking it's just viable. Yeah. Odin. Odin is viable. It has to be. It's a solid gun. Origin shotgun is actually still viable in season 2. That is a good shotgun. I don't see it a lot, but it's still viable to use, 100%. The P90? Oh, dude, I forgot about the P90. But I don't think much has changed with the P90. Would not recommend. All right, we're gonna put the PKM top tier because it hits hard and has like no recoil. Shoddy. How about the shoddy? Would not recommend this. Ram, top tier. Akimbo Renettis? They nerfed this, right? Would not recommend them. Riot Shield Troll. All right, this is one that could either be meta or troll. Yeah, okay. Right in the middle, the RPG is viable. You can do some work with that thing. Rytech Sniper is a troll. This is the SA87. Would not recommend. Scar. The Scar. I do like the Scar. And I do think it's viable. But would I recommend it? Yeah, the Scar is a good gun. And it hits hard. But the magazine is just too small. I like the gun. But I have to go would not recommend for sure. Chat, I think the SKS is would not recommend, right? SP, for sure top tier. Striker. Yo, who uses the Striker, bro? Striker's dog, right? Would not recommend Striker. Ooh, the Uzi. I kind of like the Uzi. The Lil Uzi is viable 100%. I like this gun a lot. Roche shotgun would not recommend. So this is the 1911 from Cold War. And this is actually a pretty good pistol. But I'm still going to put it as would not recommend. The Cold War AK is actually really good. It's actually really good. I like it a lot. I'm going to put it viable. AK-74U is a viable sub in Warzone at the moment. AUG is obviously top at the moment. The Bullfrog is actually incredible. I think I'm gonna go top tier with the Bullfrog. Diamatti is viable. Am I bugging? I'm putting that viable. Ooh, the DMR. The DMR, huh? I mean, they nerfed the shit out of it, but it's still viable. It's not as easy to use, but I'm putting that viable because I still see kids slapping with that thing. FFAR is meta. I'm putting the Gallo top tier. It hits hard. Groza is viable. That pump is viable. I one tap people all the time straight to the dome. Krig is would not. Dude, there's no way you would recommend the Krig. Don't even. Krig would not recommend. It's just too weak and the recoil is insane. The KSP is a troll. The M16 is actually meta 100%. This is another LMG from Cold War. I would not recommend. The Thumper, that's for sure troll. All right, the M82 would not recommend. The MAC-10 is top tier. Magnum is a troll. The Milano would not recommend. Cold War MP5 is top tier, viable 100%. The Pellington is viable. What the fuck is this? The Groza again? What? Whoa, what gun is this? Dude, I don't know these silhouettes. I'm just gonna put would not recommend because I don't know what it is. The RPD, nah. Get out of here. Cold War RPG, I'm just gonna put that as troll. The Hammer is a troll. The Stoner? The Stoner is dude, the Stoner is a good gun. The Street Sweeper is top tier. 100%, I agree with that. Top tier. The Tundra? Would not recommend, right? Would not recommend, Chris. You are completely selling. Type 63, would not recommend. The Sword, troll. XM4. Now this is kind of a hot topic because a lot of people don't like it, but I like it. And I'm gonna put viable. The XM4 is a viable gun. Farah, would not recommend. It's just not good. I'm sorry. Now we have the LC10. Is it viable or is it top tier? It's top tier, 100%. It's a top tier gun. LC10. Control. We got it, boys! Alright, well that is the meta list for Season 2 in Warzone. That was a lot of fun, yo.